early on in the season, if you recall, he had kind of hurt his hand and hurt his thumb, and so he was, he had to play with a brace and a hard cast on his wrist and his left hand, and it was really hard for him to do a lot of things. It affected him mentally a little bit. He didn't shoot the ball as well early in the year. And there was a point in time where Coach McCaffrey actually wasn't playing him at the end of games. And he came into the office, and he approached it in a great way. Hey, what do I need to do, and that type of thing. And I told him, and also Coach McCaffrey told him, hey, you don't play hard enough. You don't compete hard enough on a possession-by-possession basis. And he took that to heart, and that's all we had to say to him. He worked harder each week. You could see that he ramped up his intensity level. Each game, he ramped up his intensity level, and on the defensive end, we ended up being, putting him on the opponent's best player. And in 1,000 years, I would not have expected Matt Gatens to be guarding the opponent's best player. But he took on that challenge, and he ended up being our defensive player of the year. But Matt's done a tremendous job of working and getting himself better. Other seniors, Devon Archie and Andrew Brommer in the post, those guys really have to step up for us this year and play big roles for us, whether they're starting, whether they're coming off the bench. We just need their bulk, their strength, their running ability and sprinting the floor, because we're going to push the basketball every time we get it, made or missed, and we need those post guys to run. And our last senior is Bryce Cartwright, who we brought in a year ago. We only had one guard in the program, one point guard in the program, and he had started every game at the point the year before. And Bryce was a junior college player that I recruited out of Texas. And to his credit, we never promised him anything, and I think this goes to a little bit of his character and what Bryce is all about. Because we don't find this very often in the recruiting phase of things anymore. Bryce never asked how many minutes he was going to play, whether he was going to have a chance to start. That was not even in one conversation that I talked to him. And on almost everybody that you recruit nowadays, that is a big part of the conversation. Bryce knew that we had a starter returning, didn't care about it. I want to come play for Iowa. I want to play in the Big Ten. And he took on that challenge, and he just worked hard every day in practice and had gotten to the point where he probably was going to win the starting position. 4 or 5 games into the season, there was an injury to our other guard, and Bryce just took it over and ended up leading the Big Ten in assists. But that's the mentality and attitude that he had that really, I think, helped the entire team. He didn't care about his minutes, and he just wanted to get in there and get after things. A couple of returning sophomores that had great years a year ago for us. Obviously, Melson Basabi coming back, and he averaged about 11 points and 7 rebounds in Big Ten play as a freshman. He's got a tremendous touch on the inside, really athletic. One of the kids that Coach McCaffrey brought from the East Coast with him. Melson tried out for the 19 and under USA team last June. Wasn't able to make that team, but I think it was a great experience for him. Give him some confidence in his abilities. He's worked exceptionally hard over the summer and in the fall, and he's going to be a much better player. As you would expect a sophomore after a good freshman year. You would expect him to be improved, and he will be in all areas. Devin Marble, who's the son of Roy Marble, who's the all-time leading scorer at Iowa. Devin really came in and had to play a little backup point guard for us at 6'6", never played point before, really handled it very well in regards to that role and filling a need on the team. And he did a super job with that. He'll play more on the wing this year, a little bit less at the point, although he'll be able to fill in as needed. He's improved his ball handling skills, his shooting skills. I thought he's had a very good fall as well. So we're excited about Devin and what he's got going. And probably the guy, I think the entire team that's had the best fall is a former quarterback from Sioux City Heelan, Zach McKay. And Zach has really had a tremendous fall, competed very hard in all of our conditioning and weight, strength conditioning type of activities, and in our individual workouts he's done tremendous. We're probably bulked him up a little bit. We played him at the small forward and the power forward a little bit last year. We just think he's a little more, he can create more mismatch situations for himself at the power forward, so he's probably going to play mostly there. this year, and he's really taken that on as a challenge, worked on his back to the basket game down in the low block, even though the best thing he does is really shoot the ball from the three-point line. So I think he's done a tremendous job with that. And then